Hey everyone, welcome back to the homestead. Today I am working in the barn. I've been working in here for the last couple days, just trying to get things finished up and ready for wintertime. It's been nice and warm during the day, but at nights it's been dropping down to 40s and 30s. I think our coldest night so far has been 34, and so I really want to get the barn kind of finished up and ready for winter so that my animals are nice and warm. So today I am working on getting the goat stalls walled up and insulated. That way they're not drafty for the wintertime. So let me show you my thoughts. So the bottom portion of the goat stalls I want to get insulated and walled up better. That way we don't have like the breeze or the draftiness coming in at their level. I'm gonna leave the top open and then the top open over there, and then I'm probably just for the meantime gonna put plastic across this big opening here, and then depending on how much material I have will determine whether or not I'm doing the back wall or not. But I really want to focus on getting the bottom slatted part of the stall kind of sealed up a little bit better so we don't have that draftiness in the stalls. So what I'm going to do is reuse some of the insulation panels from the rabbitry. I don't need all of them anymore because the rabbitry is now just half the size. So I just need the 4 panels for over there for this year. And then next year I might figure out something a little bit more sturdy, but for the time being and cost efficient wise, we're just going to reuse what I've got. And so I'm going to reuse all of the panels that I don't need for the rabbitry anymore to insulate the goat stalls, and then I'm going to use more of the fence pickets on the inside to hold that insulation in place. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. So you're going to see me cut down the insulation panels to size, and then I'm going to cut the fence panels down to size and get as much installed as I can. So I think what I'm going to do is get the measurement for the bottom portion of the wall and the other wall, and then I'm just going to cut the panel down to size and just screw it on there with the insulation panels between. Alright, so we got our panel cut. So now I'm just going to get the insulation panels cut down to size and put over here. And then we'll just screw this up on the side of the barn. one wall is finished. So I ended up having to cut the foam out where the 1x3 was for the panel, so it would fit flush up against the 2x4 at the top here and at the bottom. And then at the bottom, I secured the panel with 2 screws in each end and then 2 screws in the middle. And then the top, because the 1x3 was so far down, I secured each panel at the top just to make sure that there's no movement up at the top. But I'd say it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get measurements for the other wall, which is going to be a little bit different because we do have the doggy door. So we're going to need to basically cut around that to get the rest of the wall insulated. So let's go ahead and get our measurements, and then we'll get that panel cut too. Wall number 2 is complete. I had to do this one in 3 different pieces. So this one over here was one chunk, this was one chunk, and this was one chunk, but ultimately looks pretty good in the end. So I got my 2 breeziest walls done. I don't know if I have enough material to do the backside wall. I'm gonna have to check what materials I have left to work with and go from there. But I think we're well on our way to having a nice and insulated barn. So if you guys have any questions about this little mini project, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys and answering any questions. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.